Is joining a lawsuit against the owner of the payment app Cash App. The Wisconsin Department of Financial Institution joins nearly all the states in the U.S. alleging violations of laws, including anti-money laundering regulations. State regulators say the company was not complying with requirements like verifying customer identities, reporting suspicious activities, and monitoring high-risk accounts when needed. Block Inc. agreed to pay an $80 million penalty to the state agencies, hire an independent consultant for review, and submit a report to the states within 9 months.